Hello folks, the Y Guy here again. Welcome to my home on this early summer day. The name of this video is called The Y Guy is Accused of Being Cantankerous and Critical. You know, all of us have been accused of being things that we don't think we are. And that's okay, because I'm going to explain some things that it'll be understandable. You feel the same way as I do, and I think we're going to find more agreement in this video than disagreement, even for those who don't believe the way I believe. That's kind of interesting. Sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? You know, this morning I've done some self-examination due to some recent dialogue I've had on Facebook, and you know how some of the conversations go on Facebook, the back and forth disagreements, and it causes hurt feelings and wounded egos and all of that kind of stuff. You know how it goes. You know, as long as we live in this stuff that we live in, we're going to feel those things sometimes. I realize there's a lot of growth that needs to take place, spiritual growth, so that we don't feel that way. But unfortunately, I think that's far and few in between. I really do. And you know, even by my closest friends on Facebook, I'm called cantankerous, and by the other long-timers who don't even really know me, they've accused me of being hypocritical, and critical and condemning of all. Condemning of all? Really? If anything, my videos try to point out how there is no condemnation for anyone, much less all. But anyway, bear with me. You know, in all honesty, I can see how some people would jump to those conclusions about me, saying these things, you know. But the key word is jump. And because I'm an honest person, and I have jumped to the exact same conclusions of others have about myself, because I'm honest with myself. And folks, if I'm proven to be wrong on these videos or on some of my posts on Facebook and stuff, if I'm proven to be wrong, you'll find nobody quicker than me to turn around and apologize. Okay? However, I have to be proven to be wrong, just like you do. See, we're the same in this area. Now back to my self-examination. I've been asking myself recently, why are you so damn quick to defend your character? You know, especially when you feel attacked. Well, first, you know, I'm willing to admit my faults. So to have them continually brought up in my face, you know, you get the point. You're the same way, again. Second, I grew up as the only child where, you know, I could do nothing right. And I'm not exaggerating. You know, by both parents, my character was continually being attacked, and, you know, they would call me filthy names, continually call me filthy names, because they needed those names to self-justify their attacks on my character. They had to. And, you know, I look back, and I've been healed of most of that. Okay, I believe so. Maybe all of it. Who knows? Because when they were so little, small, petty people who had such low self-esteem of themselves, when I look back, they had to degrade and look down on their only child so that they themselves can feel elevated. It's so perverse. I realize that. But, you know, it happens. It just does. You know, then later on I became a Christian, and I'm not so sure I want to be called that now. I'd rather just be called dirt or clay. Clay is a good word, because God is the potter, and we are the clay. We, all of creation, is the clay. Okay? And but anyway, once you become a Christian, everyone's character and motives are continually being judged by others, and most of the time not in such a good way. So now that both parents are gone, they're dead, and I thank God for that. Not in a morbid sort of way, but it's better for them. And now that I'm no longer required to go to church, I also thank God for that too. One would think, well, hey, problem solved. Hardly. It's never quite that easy, is it, folks? So am I still on the defensive about my character assassination, about my character being assassinated? Unfortunately, yes, I am. But only until God does a complete healing with me in this area. All right? Now, sometimes a lifetime of abuse takes another whole lifetime of healing. See, and I believe God isn't limited to this lifetime in any way, shape, or form. That's why I always say that God isn't finished with you yet. Death doesn't stop God. So for those who believe this is the only chance you get to give your life to God and stuff like, oh, come on. Really? You can't find a scripture that says that, but again, I'm chasing a rabbit there because this video is about being cantankerous and critical of others and their beliefs and what have you. I really do try. Back to the video. I really do try. I only wish others could see my heart the way God does, and I know you feel exactly the same way. I know you do. See, that's an area we can totally agree on. So in closing, I have a suggestion. Let he or she who has never been cantankerous or critical of others or other beliefs and what have you, let that person be the first one to cast the stone at me. I would welcome it. So I have concluded, just like you folks, to one degree or another, I will continually being cantankerous and somewhat hypocritical and seemingly critical of others' beliefs until God teaches me to be otherwise. And I'm open to that. I really am. Because I'm just like you. Welcome to my world. And I know I'm welcome to yours, I hope. And, you know, folks, none of us are required to be God's doormat. Unfortunately, some circles in Christianity teaches you that you have to be God's doormat. And God doesn't require that of me. He does not require that of you. Love doesn't work that way, and God is love. So if your church is teaching you in any way, shape, or form that you must be God's doormat, basically they're trying to get you to be their doormat. If they're teaching you that, run from that place as quick as you can. Okay, because they're noisy gong, clanging cymbals, and there is no love there. Well, there may be a little bit, but you get my drift, right? So if you want to discuss these things, look me up on Facebook. It's a safe place. Yes, I will come across cantankerous a little bit, and I'm going to be somewhat demanding. Why do you believe this? And if you want to throw up some scriptures to me in my direction, I'll return likewise, and we will banter back and forth. That doesn't mean we're being critical of one another, does it? Okay? If the names calling start, you know, and all that stuff, you will be shut down quick on Facebook, because it's a safe place for me too, as well as for you. So look me up under my avatar name, John Anthony Jones. My group called the Y Guy Group is a separate timeline. On this video, consider subscribing. You won't be disappointed, I don't believe, if you like this bantering. Give me a thumbs up. If you have something positive to say after giving me a thumbs up, please do so. Encourage others. Because the reason for it isn't to stroke my ego. The reason for these suggestions or these comments that you make is to encourage others who might read them. It's for their sake, folks, not for mine. If you do give me a thumbs down and you want to make a comment of why you gave a thumbs down, because that would be very helpful. Not only I could be wrong, you know, but be polite about it. And if you're not going to be polite about it, I will come across very cantankerous and somewhat hypocritical and critical of your beliefs, and I don't really want to do that. So, thank you for viewing.